Check, probă. Să aud și eu.
Bună ziua și bine ați venit la noi. Avem de ordin tehnic. Cine are nevoie de echipament de traducere? Vă rugăm să vă apropiați de colegii noștri să le luați, pentru că noi să vorbim astăzi în română și în engleză. Okay? Și bine ați venit la noi Hardcore. Noi astăzi v-am invitat ca să ne prezentăm Moldova așa cum o vedem noi, o Moldova creativă, o Moldova plină de oportunități, o Moldova care este gata să îmbrățișeze inovații și tehnologii, o Moldova care are oameni foarte talentați și o Moldova care este gata la parteneriate și networking internațional. Eu mă numesc Verica Cernușcă, sunt directorul Hardcore, organizator la festival, la conferința Creative Capital for Growth and Investment, care are loc în cadrul Moldova Business Week, organizată de partenerii noștri.
Which has in the investment agency. I am extremely proud and happy to tell you welcome to Artcore, which is house of a community of creative people. This is a house that brings together students, teachers, companies, entrepreneurs, and partners with whom we are very happy to collaborate and develop creative industries. And I would like to start with the most important partner that we have, and namely Minister of Culture, Mr. Sergio Prodan. Hello and welcome. Hello, and thank you very much for inviting me here. I think that we would have a dialogue without some written speech, written text. I invite you to a consistent dialogue. Of course, our approach, our page on This Week Business in Republic of Moldova is dedicated to this term, which is quite broadly discussed in some different circles by the creative industries. So, which are those activities that can be included in these creative industries? What's the difference between the pure art and the creative industries that follow a goal to come or to give some added value to the state by paying taxes, for example, and so on. And why this is the branch of the Ministry of Culture and Ministry of Economy is not involved into this process. This is because the Ministry of Culture is the promoter of creation, of art, of culture. And if speaking more deeply discussing this subject, we understand that the artist standing alone would not probably succeed, especially in the digital era that we are living in. And in the era of digital technologies and creative, innovative things, and the artist, if he's alone, would not probably be so broadly promoted, because we are speaking about a cultural product, as we speak about many other products. It is worth to be noted that the cultural product also have to be wrapped up, to be promoted, to be presented beautifully to the public, and so on and so forth. So any product, any industry product needs all these elements, needs to encompass all these elements, and these things, again, I'm speaking about the commercials, marketing, promotion, they appeal to the creativity, to the artistic component in order to be more persuasive. So we cannot stand alone, we cannot survive one without another. We need to ensure the well-being of the society. We need to ensure the financial entries into the country's budget, and respectively in this public budget the state could have a share in order to support the cultural product, which is of a great value. And this support has to be directed not mainly to the artist but to the consumer of the art. The artist has to be paid for his values, his real value, and the state, the public budget.
Păturilor de cetățeni
And this is the cultural product, so that the level of the general culture will rise in our society, because the general culture means the well-being of the country. In Republic of Moldova, unfortunately, during there was an argument about let's first of all decide what's the language and then speak about language. Let's first fulfill with the harvest and then speak about the culture. Let's first ensure the economic level of the country, and after that we would probably can pay attention to dancing and creating and so on. But if we speak about the economically developed country, which have a very high level of PIB, we would see also that the cultural level is also very high. The conclusion is that the economically developed countries afford to spend much more money on culture. Unfortunately, the countries which are developing, they cannot afford, of course, invest so much in culture and produce high-quality cultural products. The situation, in fact, is different. If we can see the countries economically well developed, we could learn that these societies, these communities of people living in these countries, they had known how to cultivate a high cultural level, and specifically this level could create the premises for a profitable economy, sustainable economy, to a PIB, to a value, economical value in the society. So which means it is absolutely different. Not the well-being create the cultural values, but the cultural values create the well-being of society and can develop the economy of the country. So that means that the pathway, the way is only one. There is only one way. It is to offer to our citizen high quality level. I'm speaking about artistic or cultural products. The general culture level will stay limited if we take another path. When we will come to the understanding that the only way to the society well-being is the level is related to the general culture level of the society, only then we would understand that we do have a very accessible way, a very elementary path to take, and the resilience of society will also increase. The creative industries are not an important actor in the country's economy, besides the fact that the creative industries are able to create jobs here and now without expecting huge investigation into the field, without expecting to getting involved into some economical project. These small enterprises which generate jobs around the city, around the country in general, namely these industries that have this huge impact on the people, and they also have an impact on our cultural and national identity. Without a clear picture of our society, of our country, without answering the question, what is Republic of Moldova, we will never manage to take a place, a well-deserved place, in the global structure of the nationalities. For this piece of land under the sun, we have to fight, and for that, we need to be visible to the society. And this knowledge is the immediate association is about what is Republic of Moldova about and what are the values of Republic of Moldova about, especially in the perspective of integration of Republic of Moldova in EU. It is not only for communicating to our society the benefits that everybody would have as soon as Moldova will become a member of the EU, but what is the most important, it is to communicate to our citizens, to speak to them, and to speak to our citizens from abroad, including and to discuss what is the added values that we could bring after integrated into the EU. How will the EU benefit after our integration into this global structure? We have a very limited time in order to be able to answer the question. And the answer is, in fact, the image of the country. This is the national idea. National idea is what Moldova is. What can we do comparing with other? And therefore, the economical resource, the biggest that the Republic of Moldova have at the moment, currently, are the people, their creativity, their cultural level. And I'm not speaking only about the classical culture, but I'm also speaking about the traditions, the national traditions. I'm speaking about the heritage, not only about those material, but also the cultural which was transmitted to us from our ancestors. From our ancestors, here is our openness to the other nations, to other popularities. Here is about the living together different ethnics on the territory of Moldova. This is where everything comes, this amalgamation of cultures in the Republic of Moldova. These conflicts between the ethnics have never been present in the Republic of Moldova. The hospitality of our nation, everything can become economical resources that could bring an added value to the country and that have to be functionable. Who can do that? Of course, the creative industries. How can they do that? Based on three pillars. And these three pillars are the public authorities, both central public authorities and local public authorities. This is the civil society. These are people, creative people, and the business, of course. So when all these three components, all these three stakeholders, actors would like to work, would like to jointly work, this idea will succeed. Even if only a part is eager to work for beautiful things and is not supported by the other actors, of course it will unlikely to succeed. From our experience at the Ministry of Culture, I can bring you millions of examples in this regard, both positive and negative examples, because when an idea is rooted among these three players, only then it is likely to succeed. And the most fundamental idea currently is the integration, the European integration of our country, the collaboration between the authorities, society and business, which react to these ideas and creativity. All these three elements are very important, because in the history, every time there were many different opportunities. They are very short, unfortunately, and maybe many people practice surfing, right? So it is a metaphor. So if you cannot handle the wave, you will never succeed. So that means you'll fail. The secret is to keep the wave. And these waves, they also come in this society, it comes into the lives of the people of a nation, of a country. And if you cannot catch the wave, if you do not use the historical opportunity that your destiny has opened to you, you'll be fine. That means you'll just lose the wave and you will never have the chance to take this opportunity again. We have had many of these examples in the Republic of Moldova. I know many because I'm from the generation of the
We remember all of them. And of course, we remember the moment when someone talked about this not so advantage, how we talk right now about the integration into European Union, but we talk concrete and directly about this subject. And of course, we understand that a lot of idea appears regarding the integration into European Union, but with no someone or something like this, we should go there with the clean hands because this is our main part and we should be a part. And all these messages are like fake. All these messages coming just to feel us that we cannot use our opportunities, our opening regarding this possibility that right now are opening. And we are truly sure that we together we should go there and this is a historical moment for us. And also if we're gonna talk about the union integration, that will share and will give us opportunity to stay more relaxing and not asking about our existing and so on. This is essential question. We are existing, we're not. Why we are and who are Republic of Moldova. And of course, all that free players that we talked about, authorities, business and society, they should do their homework regarding their field. If we're gonna talk about the Ministry of Culture, and if we're gonna talk about our side, we approve the develop program regarding the supporting of the creation in the Republic of Moldova 2024-2027. We understand that this is a draft program, but after this program we will have the opportunity to implement a strategy that we can establish together. We are implementing all our action that is necessary, but in 2025 to implement and to establish the program Creative Europe. And also I would like to mention this because we had a lot of proof and words that they mentioned that the Republic of Moldova don't want to go in this program, they spend more money than they planned and so on. When we're going to talk about the European Union, what they prove regarding our money, it's not true, but we should implement this what the Republic of Moldova is creative program. And if we're going to talk about the program what we had in 2014, 2022, finished, and we started from A to Z. In 2020, the Republic of Moldova did not apply for this program, Creative Moldova. Why? Because yes, regarding that 5 years what we had in the past, our community, our society, our artists, creation people, they do not do their homework as well as needed. A lot of projects that they should win financial support regarding this or through this project. Yes, we spend more than 45 million euros per year, and that's in our late 2050 lay. And we understand why they do not have the opportunity to win something for our project, and we just win 36,000 of euro. And the European Union, they understood that things, and they give us back our money, what we invest. So I would like to mention that everything what we spend, what we invest, all the trainings what we organize, we also had the opportunity to receive our money back what we invested. What it means this? We're talking about the way that our creativity works to the global level. We cannot be happy just regarding our small holidays what we have in our country. We're talking about the internal consuming. Of course, no one will accept this or something like this. We understand that that is needed and the number of the cultural event that we have it and we are proud of these events. This year, Ministry of Culture had organized something but till 30 years no one organized this. We had opportunity because this year starting works, we implemented the cultural fund. What is this? This is coming to implement all the activities in this topic all the cultural in the Republic of Moldova, and we talked about this importance because all 30 years was talked about this, but no one invest something. And this year we had opportunity to implement, and we invest 22 million of lei to invest and to found this fund. We had a lot of public institution, but they will be enrolled here because it's not our task to make different competition and to despite the funds through the project. And we did this year and we had more than 140 project, and we also had opportunity a lot of project but they wins. If make a comparison with the last years when the financing the cultural events were till 5 million of lei. This year was 14 million of lei. In the previous years, participate no more than 20 or 30,000 of projects. This year we had more than 180 projects, and we had the opportunity to win a lot of projects. And in this year, the amount increased from 1,000 of lei to 200 of lei, and also we had the opportunity to implement this through our investments for 3 years in the future. So it means that in each year that we have, we do not choose to prove how we can receive or win some financing support from the Ministry of Culture. This year, for all the projects that we have 9 or 10 projects, I don't remember exactly, but they have financing support from our side till 3 years. With this, we should understand that all requesting or all the serious challenges and the serious from the judge part, we understand that our people from our country it's more serious than international one, and we're talking about that jury, but it's more implemented regarding the civil society from that sector, but they are more independent. With this, when the Moldova was a part of the Creative Moldova, they had the opportunity just to go down with 2 or 3 projects per year. And all the people that they think that they had an opportunity to win in a competition for the European Union, they just work hard. So my word is that everyone should do their homework in their field. Authorities had a lot of work to improve the legislation, documentation, and so on, because we had a lot of challenges in these activities and also in your creativity. But also, we understand that NGOs and the creative industry, they also should implement and use the best tools when we're going to talk about the financing support or something like that. And they should be ready and in charge regarding this work. And also they should be ready regarding the economical agenda in this field, because without them we cannot implement or do it something. Without this investment, if we will stay and just wait from the government side, from the public budget, from the Ministry of Culture, and so on, because we will give a lot of money every time and we will try to increase the cultural performance. This is a way that do not have any sustainability. I will repeat this. We are in the same boat. We are going on the same way, and we have 3 actors that we mentioned here. They should work together and they should work hard, because our project should have any opportunities to win. I would like to say thank you so much for this, and also I wish you good luck and good success regarding this 2 edition. Also, I would like to say congratulations for this agency that they had the opportunity to organize this event, and the Ministry of Development and Digitalization. I would like to implement and to point here that digitalization in our century is something important, because if someone don't know how they can work in digitalization, how they can use their main tools, unfortunately, they will not go, they do not path this way. And here, of course, we're talking about the Ministry of Development, Economical Development and Digitalization. They had a lot of work. Ministry of Culture, together with them, of course, and the civil society, as we mentioned, our actors from the institution, NGOs, and a lot of agency and organization, what they're working and they had opportunity to be implemented in the cultural event, they should work together. And of course, if we're going to talk about that one, but they are in the financial support, I would like to say thank you so much and good luck, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Minister. And if you mentioned here about the Ministry of Economic Development and Digitalization, I would like to invite here Mrs. Veronica Arpetin. She is the State Secretary for the Ministry of Economic Development and Digitalization, because this is something important. And when we're going to talk about this, we understand what this is a creation, and otherwise, this is business. Thank you so much, and Mrs. Apetin. Hello, everyone, dear guests. I would like to mention that everyone talked about culture, and when we're going to talk about the culture, we understand that this is something that we should work. Agriculture is something that is worked hard with people, with human, but they had the opportunity to work hard. We are here because Mr. Minister mentioned a lot about the question regarding the Chicken Act. For example, what is the first place, the culture or the economy? For me, the culture it's more important, and the last winners what we had in the economic field, they talked about this. We in our ministry, we talk and we work a lot with different subjects, and we're going to talk about the strategy regarding the economic development, how we can implement it for this year. And we understand that this is the main three priorities that we should take into consideration, and also we are hoping that we had opportunity to attract more financial support to develop all the services, for example, the services from the creative field. Also, we are working. I cannot report regarding our progress, but we understand that we had a hard work, and also we would like to implement a simplification for the freelancers because we had a problem with this. We recognize this, and together with the Ministry of Financing, we are working on this subject together. Of course, you know, but a lot of you, but they're working in design, in games, in the post-production, and till 2035, they had the opportunity to benefit of the that of 7%, and also we encourage you to implement these services for the export because we would like to support you together with our donator, international, and the partners, but they are together with us, and I would like to say thank you so much for all the partners that they are enrolled here and for this opportunity that they're supporting us in this moment. What is important for us here, and of course maybe our message from the ministry that is coming, maybe all of you that you are coming here, you are changing agent. Yes, we are responsible to change something. Of course, especially when we're talking about the life, we should change our life to the better way. And also, if we're going to talk about the European experience, our life condition, maybe to improve that life condition. And in this context, I would like to encourage you to use all the opportunities that appears to you, because this is something that give you opportunity to develop yourself and also to be more proactive. Because if you come with any ideas, or if you come with the list of the problem and solution, if that's possible, of course, we will appreciate our team. And the teams from the ministry side, they are employed by the state and they're paid to solve all the problems that appear, to prevent them, of course, and to make sure that we can create more opportunities for you, to make sure that for you will be more easier, more resilient, and of course more acceptable, and to work in this field that it's coming and it's something new for the Republic of Moldova. I would like to say good luck. Once again, thank you so much for the organizer, partners, also Minister of Culture for this initiation that we had together. Colleagues, that we know them, and I guess we are friends a lot of years. All together, we are hoping that we had opportunity to build, for example, a very creative future here in the Republic of Moldova. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Veronica, mulțumesc tare.
Veronica, thank you very much. So when we designed this conference, we thought of several elements. So first of all, we wanted to show you what are the new trends and which is the current statistics in this regard. We will also wanted to provide you some information about the state policies into developing and supporting the creative industries. And this is very important to show you also that we do have a potential, including on the human resource basis. We have a potential that we have been investing in during 3 years within the university in our country. We also want to show you our partners because we have a very good collaboration with Multi Foundation, for example, with other partners and donors who continue to investing in our projects, in startups and creative businesses. And we thought also that it would be of a great importance that we do have very important startups in this domain that are being developing and they need new investigations. We also wanted to show you the new enterprises and the new industries, like for example the filmmaking business as well as R&D. We have Moldovan companies that launch or open offices in different countries around the world, and we will also show you an example of an agency which activates in Moldova and Holland, and namely it is PICO. And of course we would like to share with you that we are open to every investors who would like to invest in our country because they could find very good partners, reliable partners in the Republic of Moldova. So you need to know that we do have good data analysis, market researchers, and so on. So in case you are companies from abroad, you're welcome. Or if you are a company from Moldova and you're ready to start working on the labor market abroad, you want to go to the international labor market, then you also could find very good and reliable partners in Moldova as well. So this is what we would like to share with you. ArtCore was launched in 2019. At the moment, as you see, we are in Artcom and we are on the campus of the Academy of Fine Arts. This is also an association of Moldova Core, and those who come with this initiative of developing the center, developing the infrastructure, were our partners, and namely initially it was the competitiveness project. Now this is the project Future Technologies, which is designed, grown up and implemented by Donna Nistor, who I would like to give the floor, and I would like her to share with us her point of view and why this creative industries is so important for our countries. Hello, and thank you, Viorica. I would like to continue the thought of Minister and our colleagues, Veronica Arpinte included. I would like to tell you about the creative industries as from the economical point of view. I also have a presentation. If Andrew have this presentation, please could you help me? So I'm sure that the era that we are living in, it is a very creative one. We have the IT, it is developed, but the creativity also monitors the IT domain as well. In the world, the creative industries have $1.4 trillion, and we're speaking about those creative services. I would like to say that these services are increasingly on a very speed race. We also see the created goods rise in comparison with the creative services, and you can see how quickly the creative services are being developing. If, for example, we speak about COVID, which of course had its impact, negative impact, anyway, the world continued with the creative services and businesses. Now let's part about Moldova. Mr. Minister mentioned that the first time Moldova adopted a national program of developing the creative industries, which is named Creative Moldova. And on the basis of this program are the talent, of course, or the people. In Moldova, we have 2,800 SMEs. We also have 10,050 hundreds of employees and 267 million of turnover. I don't know whether you have noticed, but we have many micro enterprises. I'm speaking about 5 employees per company, which means that the initiative of the DEV to simplify the taxes will come with an input and will open the gate for other companies who would like to launch themselves into this sector. If we speak about the statistic per country, the creative industry are rising in the Republic of Moldova as well, and we quantify it on the ONID methodology, exactly as all the countries also calculate. And as you can see, the turnover has risen with 28%. It is a very good result. Maybe it is not that far as the IT domain, which has annually 30-40%. And in IT, we really do have the biggest results by all the countries from the Eastern Europe. If we could also see what our colleagues are working on, we of course compare ourselves to some smaller countries, like for example is Estonia, who is another one who developed their creative industry with small steps. In Estonia, they have already go under 1.6 billion in revenue. They also include in these the software services in comparison with us, but we are speaking about the services and not about outsourcing services. Nevertheless, as you can see, there is a difference, and this is a conclusion that even though in the Republic of Moldova the creative industries are being increasing, nevertheless we still have where to work, and we would need another 5 years probably to come to this $1 billion in revenue. In Moldova, when we define creative industries, these are those 7 pillars like visual arts, performing arts, publishing, audiovisual, advertising, createch, and architecture. And all of them create the creative industries that's calculated on the UNIDO methodology. If we speak about the thing that we have registered in increasing of 60%, that means that we do have companies run by young people. And when we see the structure of these companies, I would like to highlight that this is a structure which is a quite uniform one, but when we speak about the subdomains which contribute to this figure, we have only 2. So the games, computer games, and other companies, and these which are specialized into design, and both of them they benefit of a tax of 7% only, which are designed for IT and createch domain. If we speak about the total number of employees, then we have that the number of jobs has increased by 7%, but the biggest source was in expositions, fairs, and specialized design. And the turnover. The turnover is of 58%. And if we calculate it per an employee, in Moldova we are 28,000. In Lithuania we are more, so this is our added values. What we want it is to rise the turnover quicker than we raise the number of employees in order to have or in order to compare ourselves with our countries. And the biggest rise in sales per employee has been in Createch because it has around 50,000 per employee in the Republic of Moldova. The visual arts and the dynamics of visual arts, as you can see, they had registered an increase, quite big one, of 242%, and I do think that it is a good indicator of the tendency so named new creative industry, or one that is in between the new and traditional industries and creative industry, was mostly speaking about the digital services. Here's an example of the company Go Social that has their services named Go Social for stimulated INC, and which is important in the Moldovan creative. We would like that 10% of our countries become exporting companies. For the performing arts, for the interpretative, let's say, arts, we also registers a good rise, especially in their turnover. But also the activities, or let's say a boom of event organization boom, because you knew that during the COVID or during the pandemic this activity decreased globally, but at the moment it is already rehabilitating and we have 80% growth post-COVID. The publishing industry, again, the turnover has risen in editing, for example, but it decreased in employees in these companies. This is probably because of the fact that besides the fact that we have a traditional industry, we have also participated in Romania with Bookfest and with our publisher, and this is an industry that, especially including in USA, it is a monopolized industry, and it names Big Five. For example, in the United States, there are only 5 companies, and that's why it leads to the creation of new startups. In order to have this good connection and participation with those with partners from Romania. We are speaking about Vox. This is a Vox startup for audiobooks. And in Romania, the audio market has risen 3 times. And we also witnessed a increasing in people who like using the audiobooks. For the audiovisual, as you can see, we also have good outcomes. But the industries who are most popular in Moldova, or the verticals, top growing verticals, these are music, videos, cinematography, or post-production. As for example, we have the use case Rocheta production, which has evolved from a classical production studio to a very modern one, which makes different special effects and post-production. You can see the collaboration with Sibes Paramount, but I think that Stefan would give you some more details in this regard. Dynamics of advertising. So this domain is probably a domain which at the moment faces a nation, and we have this rise in digital mostly. There have been opened many possibilities of monitoring, including in YouTube by our creators. But what I would like to highlight here, it is a use case which are oriented to export, and I'm speaking about the design studio Bonsanka, which products labels on the international market, and they have already created over one. They have been already they have already produced over 1 million labels for wines from Republic of Moldova. For the Createch domain or industry, it is at its very beginning in developing this product, and we can see that there are 17 million, and we have registered a rise of 25%, and we really believe that their turnover will rise soon too. The more important thing that I would like to mention, it is the Brasileiro. This is the domain of animation. They are not from Brazil. They are a studio from Republic of Moldova with their headquarters in USA in New York. What do? They perform different animes for the clients from United States. They are also registered into the IT park. And the domain of gaming creation, developing, it is a domain in a sentence.
Sugar.
As you can see here, we have sugar mills. This is more advantages of the company, but they can create these games. And this is the first Moldovan company that are certificates in VR game from the Meta side. Also, we have here architecture. In whole the world, architecture can increasing. Why? Because can construct a lot and they can implement a lot. In the Republic of Moldova, architecture increase with 84 percentage. That is mean, but this increasing it's coming fastly. And of course, we know that we have architects that they can receive international awards. And here we're talking about the Maxim Kalujak that exporting architecture and design services in Italy and Romania. And also that Maxim Kalujak had opportunity to make this design from Artcore. And also they are working for the sustainability project. We know the creation from his side, and as you can see here, we have this equipment and we have this opportunity from concrete. If I'm not wrong, this is named velvet concrete. It means something like stuff concrete or something like this. And also had the opportunity to receive awards in 2022, if I'm not wrong. And if we're gonna talk about the Gramatsky design for the Big C World Design Award, this is a very big international award for all the countries that they are inside in this, and had opportunity to receive an award regarding his implementation and his creation. And also we have SSR Stellar. This is a few examples, but we have like a products of design that can be implemented of the international market, and also had opportunity to go through the exports. Recently, as you can see here, we have Littles that had opportunity to use recycling products for new equipment for the babies. This is from the recycling products, and that one was presented. If I'm not wrong, that was presented in Italy. Do not remember that exhibition where were, but we know that was in Italy. And also the Christina was here, and I'm sure that she will mention about her startup that is recycling. But I had opportunity to use plastic for recycling. As you can see here, we have different rings, different earrings, and now they are using for different equipment in the house. Of course, if we're gonna talk about the creative, we know that we have creative people, and to make sure that we can develop this talent, we have the future profession that In the next year, we will have the first promotion and where will participate more than 1,000 of young teenagers, but they right now study different field like design, game and animation. And starting with 2025, we have the first promotion where will they participate. Also, I would like to mention that we doubled our promotion budget. Republic of Moldova is not because we just developed this creative field in the Republic of Moldova. Our ambition is to develop different industry, creative industry in whole world. And also they had the opportunity to create different businesses with international partners and not just from the Europe but also from the whole world. You can meet us and you can see our creative company in Tokyo, Malmo, Linz, Torino, Berlin, Barcelona and of course in the Chisinau. For example, in this autumn, the next week, our colleagues with the game design, they will be for the Tokyo Game Show for the Northern Game. This is the first time when we had the opportunity to participate for the conference we from Torino, but this is post-production, and of course there will go also our students because regarding our J-words, what is the most wonderful specialist on this, our students have a wonderful talent and they wanted to meet our students in Torino, Italia. Also, we mentioned a lot because we are in the field of publishing, and that was something interesting for the Republic of Moldova in the Bucharest when we had the opportunity to participate for the Fest of Book. And here in the Chisinau, in this autumn, we have cinema horror, but had the opportunity to bring together all the film industry cooperation and connects them together. Our electronical fest, what is named Ars Electronica Festival, what was named and you saw here in Artcore, is the first time when we had the opportunity to participate with exhibition. It means that we do not go just like a visitator. We have what we want to show, we have different creation products, and of course we have our talent, but it's for the global level. We invite you to follow us for the Creative Moldova and of course to have opportunity to discover the talent and the talents because the Republic of Moldova had the opportunity to create something about exports in the whole world. Thank you so much, Joanna, for this opportunity and of course I would like to say once again thank you so much for the whole support that our industry can receive from the future technology in continuous because Duena finished her presentation with this program regarding the future profession. I would like to invite here Vasile Braga, but is director for the creative talents at CORE, and Vasile is one of the pillars of this program. Hello everyone, dear guests. Yes, we will talk about people, everything what we are doing in the creative industry, it's made by the people and for the people. My way in this field, in this direction, starting because we understand that we do not have enough resources and human in this field. I tried to implement a company for the games that was started 2013, 2014, and we understand that I do not have enough employees. Maybe I should, I don't know, to hide or to steal some people from another company, but this was ridiculous. But step by step, with the help, first of all, you said, but they also had the opportunity to recognize our creative field and also invest a lot. With their help, we had the opportunity to create our association for the creative industry, and this was the first in the Republic of Moldova. And step by step, as we mentioned, we begin to understand how we can create an industry starting from the main part, how we can bring the people employ them. It means that we are going to the next step. Yes, we create hard skills. They learn how they should work, how they should create something. Now we should offer them opportunity for the business. Just 30 percentage from them can be employed. 40 maximum. Also, if we gonna talk from 2020, because we have just 40 companies but they create different games. In 2023 we have 91 companies but they create games. They're increasing. It's not enough to cover the quantity of the people that we can bring on the market. Now appears the question, what we can do, what kind of opportunities can we offer to them? And from my point of view, we should create industrial park, like will be the next step, that will be something creative, for example, to enroll and to cover all the students, because all the students they have the opportunity to open their own company and they create games, they can create movie, whatever what they're doing, but they needed our support, they needed our mentorship and so on. And we had a lot of needs regarding the laws, but we should talk, but they're not existing on our market in our country for the self-employment. When we wanted to create something when we have 23 years and you cannot close after this, and a lot of things like this for the freelance and so on, we have a lot of challenges regarding this. We are the first step. The first step, I would like to state, the first two steps took us 8 years. We are hoping by the next step, when we're starting to create this industrial park, will have the opportunity and also will give opportunity to the people to do something with a high value and had opportunity to export at the final. And we have one more step, what is named distribution, because if we're going to talk about the creative products, what is the content, cannot do something without the distribution. If we're going to talk about the books, we should have library, movie, we should have television, Netflix, and so on. It means that we should add the distribution networking, because here we have our partners from the networking distribution that is stay behind of you. In case if we will have these products, we should have soft skills when they create their own skills, and they should understand how they should create and with who they should work. Of course, we have 8 or 10 years where we should implement and work on this way. But we should hope that we will work in the same step, because we are waiting a lot from our partners, from the government, that they will implement that laws that is needed, and we should help the people, because they do not should be afraid to open a business or something like this, because this is something important for us. They should give opportunity to create, and also how we have right now, for example, Unit City in Kiev, where all the startups are prepared and they benefit from the different mentorship and so on. So we are hoping that together with the government and with whole partners we can do it something. So thank you so much that you listen to me, because we had a lot of work, as we mentioned. You had a lot of people, but you can hire them. If you wanted, you can hire them. If not, we will implement more of them. But the main important thing is give them opportunity. And dear minister, we mentioned that we had a lot of opportunity that is open. If that children will go abroad, it means that we, all these 8 years, we work without any results. Regarding my colleague Doina, had the opportunity to work 10 years in this project, and we should have that results that we would like to receive. So good luck everyone for this. That was everything from my side. We are hoping that we are going in the future as well as we do it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, Vasily. I will continue the session where I'm going to say about what do we have in our creative industries, and taking into account that our court is the house of the creative communities. We really need a community in order to develop an industry. As Donna has already mentioned, the figures or the statistical data show that this sector is being increasing and is developing, and we in our core we believe that we are an entering point for investor, including and for the foreign partners. I will very shortly tell you about what are those three pillars. So this is the community schools and entrepreneurship, and we would like to rise this community, to rise their skills, and to put these students, these 1,000 students who will graduate from university. We really believe and we really want that at least 1% of the students will create some startups, and this process, this 1% would become unicorn, and that's why we develop the partnership and the residencies, and Artcore is a residency for different projects that we are going also to see. Dana said that we want to say what does this creative industries in Moldova mean, and from Torto to Batumi, I think everybody know about our creative industries in our countries. So the ecosystem in Republic of Moldova means government, that means universities, business, of course, donors, private partnerships, support organizations, and infrastructure in the creative industries. And we have all these elements. Probably what we lack is still time in order to allow ourselves to get a new success, new levels, to become more creative. And I don't want to mention it, but I have to. We do need some financial resources. For us, for those 2,800 companies that Donna mentioned in her previous presentation, you can find all of them on a special platform, Moldovan Creative Companies Digital Platform, and it is named Creative Square. So all the companies from the creative industries are on this platform. It is a database with all these businesses, and in case, for example, you are looking for somebody from the design or somebody who you would like to contract for creating a design, or maybe you would need to contract a gaming company, you can find it using the filters. This platform is very friendly, user friendly. You have a database with contacts and so on. So this is on one side. On another hand, if you are a creative company and you want people to find you very easy, you can create an account, you can provide some more information about yourselves, and then other partners can contact you easily, which means that you can create your profile on this domain, on this database. As I said at the beginning, at the Artcore, we do believe that the culture, which is combined with technology, can create absolutely amazing products. You could also see the exposition in our yard. You could also see our exposition in the hall opposite this conference room. What I want to show, this is another video. Designed by Austrian architect. When we designed this program, we realized that we do not know anything about our city. And we had the support of ANTHIA and Molotov Foundation and the National Agency for Tourism when we highlighted that we would like to highlight the history of our country. And I want to say you that 14 teams were being involved. This is because we had 14 houses, but besides that, we also involved some animators, storytellers, and many other who know more about the architecture around our country. Here we also introduced the AI, so that means that the voice was generated by the AI because this animation was done by the team in a time framework less than a week. And of course, the generative AI helped us to make things quicker. Another program is the postcard, so you can see that we have 10 postcards that you are able to see in the yard. And we created this program because we understood that we present Moldova in a way contrary to its authentic way. So that's why we decided that we want to provide very genuine information about Moldova, and that's why we designed this poster. So and we invite you today in this event to visit our site and to purchase some of them. Why not? Another program is about what are the mentioned keep silence about, and this is a task. This was a task to integrate the experience, the knowledge of those who are the genuine and holders of this information. I'm speaking about our essence source. So that means our grandmothers, grandfathers, and so on. So this is about medicine. This is about stories. This is about the things that are fading, and we don't want to let him fading. Finally, I would like to tell you that we are very proud that we have such a creative community, that we do have a community that is always ready to give a hand of hope and of help. And I want to encourage you. I see we have many talented people in our hall, and I invite you to be very active. I also see Andrew Kistolo in this hall, and we wanted Andrei to speak a little bit about the program and about why does he think it is important for the Republic of Moldova. I am sorry, I was probably a bit late because I was caught into a meeting, and for example, we also discussed today about the cultural voucher, that a program that we have initiated, and it included everything, technical content, and everything was elaborated together with the creative community, with many of you who are present today in this hall. Today we started to enlarge a little bit the possibilities, to raise the possibilities for youth to access this program of the cultural voucher. We do have many paying platforms in order to develop different services in selling cultural products. So that's why we did this modification, and I would like to thank my colleagues from the IT who help us very much with the design and other processes in developing this program. Today I'm going to be short about this program, Creative Moldova. This is a program that was developed, discussed, analyzed together with you, with the creative community, and we also were supported by the Future Jobs, which means the USAID, Sweden Embassy, UK Aid, and the colleagues from Maltel. And we would like to express our thankfulness that you believed in the possibilities and the skills of our youth, and you believed in them, that they can create and they can develop creative services here within the country and outside the country. What is this program about? So this program was approved by the Republic of Moldova for a period from 2024 to 2027, which means this is a short program which has very ambitious goals and expectations. it also encompasses some elements that have to be developed here in the Republic of Moldova, because, as I said before, when we launched the programs, and per general, let's say, a very clearly approach of what does this creative community mean, or what does this creative creative industry mean. We decided about that we need to export creative services and to stop the migration of our youth abroad. We do believe in our potential, we do believe in your potential, in our possibilities and in capabilities to develop business in the Republic of Moldova. There are 3 objectives, and they are very easy. So but they are very important for the creative industries. So we have the first one, it is the strengthening objective, which means that we are a very close community, unite community, which have the possibility, and it needs to develop, it needs to create itself, to seek for new partners, new dimensions, and to develop new opportunities, including to promoting the exports. Regarding the growth, the objective of growing, it refers to the increasing or working into human resources capacity building, into developing collaboration relationships with the different or various partners, and another objective is creating, and with developing this possibility of creating this product, in creating creative services, in creating export possibilities. Program, of course, has a budget, and we do not limit ourselves only to several actions which are foreseen by this project. There are many other actions to be done together with our development partners. You can see here, you can see on the slide our development partner who support this program. But again, as we previously said, we are very happy to say that we do have donors from private sector which support our opportunities and support your potential, because the government of Republic of Moldova, through all the projects that we have, we aim to support youth, and we support new startup and the internalization of the business and so on. So what do we have at the moment is that we provide you many possibilities in order to make it possible for you to get these possibilities, to submit for these programs and so on. In the program we have 7 subdomains. So we have the audiovisual, we have the performance art, visual arts, editing, architect, publicity or advertising, and create tech, and everything that can come from these subdomains are also valid for this program. And as I said, what we look for is that our community of youth, of creative companies from this domain, it is to work for their capacity building in order to develop the services, their wide range of services, and to increase the involvement and the participation of young people, and to rise, of course, the local market, and to rise the exporting services and the number of exporting per general. And we think that you know that about what is the impact of the program, Future Jobs program, which allows to extend the university programs, including animation, software development, and so on. And I saw many many young people who have already submitted for this program, and we understand that this growth will continue, and youth will stay in Republic of Moldova and will benefit of these opportunities, and they will not leave the country. Another objective that I have already also been mentioned, it links to the business and everything which is around this domain on the level of developing or on the level of launching, start up a business, the taxes, and every possibility of raising the quality of services, and in other activities in this program, and I think that through these objectives we could ensure that the statistic that today have been presented will double, and we really hope to double the number of companies which will involve youth in their activity, that develop their companies correctly, that they have a juridical status very clear and predictable, and especially I'm speaking about the freelancers. What we would like to strengthen in the creative sector, it is to have a good governance system, a legal framework that will allow people to develop their business in the creative domain, and of course to provide policies for capacity building.
What we would like to is increasing the payment for the person that are working in these fields to make sure that they can have a normal schedule of their activities and also have the opportunity to increase the number of exports through abroad. If we're going to talk about the person, here you can see a few objects that we would like to implement through this project. First of all, we should make and give a high value for the person that are working in the Republic of Moldova. Also to have the opportunity to implement advantages in our communities, because we understand we had different differences regarding the development level, regarding the understanding of promotion in the Chisinau in different region. So one of our activities in implementing to develop all the activities are enrolled in the belts in Cahul. Also, this is regarding the center, but they had the opportunity to create something here. And of course, we saw that Viorica talked previously about the very important advantages. This is how we can motivate the creativity association and how we can implement something regarding the project. And of course, we are totally agree and we are proud that something will be implemented for the Republic of Moldova. Also, if we're going to talk about something creative for our society that will generate, for example, a good promotion for all these things. And of course, it's very important because I mentioned this a lot of time. It's that our teenagers, our children, our talents should stay here in the Republic of Moldova. They should create something here and they will export services abroad. Also, we had another object that we talking about the economical field. And I'm totally sure that here we understand that we are a unique industry and we should make sure that that industry will have a huge activity regarding the development of the businesses to increase the amount and of course enrollment for the teenagers. And of course, if we're going to talk about the rural field or the urban field, of course we should ensuring the sustainability development for our country, because when we enroll the teenager in new businesses, if we're going to talk about the small or the medium one, we increase the possibility for the teenager, also we increase the budget state, and of course we increase the possibility for the something new and for you, of course. Our program pointed, and let's say I've had more pointed here regarding the action and the results. And as we mentioned, this program aim different field because that one is in the process of development, and I thought that the Doina spoke about this because we should improve something, we should make different, but the most important thing is that what our teenagers, what they're working in this field, they will create their own business, they will create their own services here in the Republic of Moldova, and as I mentioned, they will export the services abroad. We had different action what we proposed to follow them, as we mentioned, because we would like to come and we understand that we working to improve something regarding the normative code. And the last time when we had another discussion regarding the creative industry, we spoke with the Mr. Alaiba for the freelance aim and how that person should work, and of course the company from that field, how we can can enroll here another opportunity for another sector, for example, how we can develop that, because this is very important from the economical point of view. And of course, we understand about the innovation, creation, and the program, but it's coming when we're gonna talk about the university. It's something good, and we are hoping and we think that we should go to the schools level, because the approach and the creative approach is something important that we should implement it here, and we should increase that potential, what should all be offered for the talents that we have in our schools. Okay, if we're gonna talk about our infrastructure, we understand that we are living this space. This is a space that can offer this creation, and this kind of spaces, or these hubs, if you wanna name them, we think that we do not should have just here in the Kitchener, but also to develop them in the Belt, in Kahul, and other localities where we understand that we have the creative community, and also when we have the potential to develop. Also, we have investments in creativity, as we mentioned previously, that it's talked about the capacity in the human resources, and also the program that are offered by the donators or by the government of the Republic of Moldova. And as we mentioned, we had a lot of programs where we should work and where you should apply when you wanted to develop something, or when you wanted to extend your business in the creative industry. Also, we have the knowledge exchange, because as you know, we are part, and we also had the opportunity to participate for different programs that are organized here in ArtCore or MetaCore, and you have different interaction with the speakers that the ArtCore or MetaCore invite them, or to develop maybe another possibility, and of course to implement another part that we would like to implement it. This because at the European level it's very implemented to have that one, because I would like to ask you to follow that situation, and of course to follow that good experience if we're going to talk about Estonia, Slovakia or another country, and just to took that one but it's implemented for their level life, because they have the better life, they have the better opportunities for development, and of course they increase their payments for their budget and so on. Here we're gonna talk about a lot of analysis regarding the sector. As we mentioned, at the level of statistic, we had opportunity to involve and to offer a lot of data regarding the teenagers, but they are enrolled in the businesses, what are the profit, for example, how many of them can be employed after that, and so on. If we're gonna talk about the digital transformation, I don't know if I should comment, because you know about this. We understand what this is activity. We had opportunity to implement a lot of activity and creativity, and also it's very implemented to have this sectorial approach, and of course to implement this in another activities. Of course, we had the promotion and formation of the market, the creative ecosystem. This was our main goal when we started this project, and when we started the main activities on that project, because we would like to create step by step that creative ecosystem that had opportunity to develop inclusion, development, interaction between you, and also to make sure that our community from the creative industry are more involved in the economical development for the Republic of Moldova. Here, as you can see, we have a few results that we have. First of all, here we have a bureaucratic support. Here we're talking about the laws to encourage development of the creative sector. We should implement more projects to support artists and make their work more efficient. And here we're talking about more project that was made it here in the ArtCore or MetaCore. We will try and continue to implement a lot of projects and give them that opportunities, and of course another programs that can be offered by the government side. We should implement it and to think about the new profession that should be created, because our educational system should be created but give opportunity to extend something new where it's necessary to appear new profession, new field of activities, and we are totally sure that that can be implemented, because that new profession are very important, and at the final we should create new jobs in the creative sector. And of course, person that they should work legally, and of course they should have an agreement, and everything will be like a benefit for them. That's it from our side, and this is the main point what we would like to mention for you. We are totally sure that this is a short presentation about this program, but the most important things is that the people are important, and you are doing everything that we would like to see from your side, and we should grow here in the Republic of Moldova because you have potential, you are that potential, and we should offer that opportunities and possibility that you would like to receive because you should grow here in the Republic of Moldova. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andrei, for this. Was wonderful, yeah? Andrei is a good friend for the art corps, and it's very wonderful when you have friends, and of course you had the opportunity to talk with them regarding the project for the businesses. And another friend is Small Self Foundation, where today we invited the president of the foundation, Molcel. This is the executive director of this foundation. Thank you so much, Anna, that you had the opportunity to come here.
Because I will be promoting creative sectors of Moldova for the future potential investors in this field, okay? So my name is Irina Strajescu, and I'm first of all a people and communication director of Molcel, who is a digital telecom provider of Moldova, inspired by our purpose of bringing the entire world into our customers' hands so that they could enjoy their lives even more. And we are driven by our vision of becoming more than telco and becoming a digitally human operator that is offering wonderful products and services created by and for the people of Moldova. This is why we are digitally human. So, a little of introduction about our foundation, here who we are, more graphical representation. So our major transformational purpose, the purpose with which we want to change the world is helping Moldova to become a better place to live. We actually signed the Memorandum of Understanding about the promotion and contribution into achievement of UN Sustainable Development Goals, and out of 17 goals, here are the 9 goals that we are contributing to with these 5 directions that are digital inclusion, women empowerment, education and career tech, social business, and online safety. And so that you could understand a little bit more of the DNA of our company and why a corporation like us or any other corporation would support creative industries of Moldova, I want to tell you a little bit about what we do. So here is a project, the first direction, which is digital integration of older people. And this is a project of our, heart and soul, when together with UNFPA, together with the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, teenagers, our employees working in Molcel and the kids of our employees train older people on how to use internet, smartphone, apps, social media, and so on and so forth. And this project started as a pilot project during COVID when older people became absolutely disconnected from the world, but throughout the year, and it started with 200 participants. Now, together with UNFPA, together with the Minister of Labor and Social Protection, we have an ambition of reaching more than 20,000 people, older people, who would benefit from digital integration and from their knowledge and digital skills, because you cannot live without it right now. And this is why actually Viorica was presenting the project about Konachia. This is because we want to preserve this cultural and this intergenerational dialogue and not to lose it, because we can benefit out of it. Not only older people benefit out of it, youngsters also benefit from the wisdom and knowledge and experience of the older people. And we have seen it. My own kids have been on this visit, and they really are happy after such visits. So, like the Labune, we call this project also, or Digital Skills Connect Generations. Here is the map, and I encourage you, your kids, your friends, to teach the older people on how to use phones, whatever, to develop digital skills. Our project developed into University of Third Age, another beautiful project in the State University of Moldova, where people older than 60 years old are enrolled in the university and they study about well-being, they study digital skills, they have a special program, and this July we have welcomed the first promotion of the University for the Third Age from the State University of Moldova, and we have extended the project in Belts and Cahul universities with the same project. Again, you have your grannies, your bunei, tell them, encourage them to enroll, because this is actually promoting active aging, and this makes our life more qualitative and their life more qualitative as well. Another direction is internet without worries. So Moldova is a digital operator. We offer internet service. This year we have become the first operator to offer 5G. Have you heard about it? Yes, thank you. So we want internet that is offered by Moldcell to be offered in a safe way, because we are digitally responsible operators. So we want kids to be safe online, so we have a special program from 2017, 22,000 of kids, teenagers, parents and teachers have gone through this program, and now we have an online program after COVID times that can be accessible by anyone and is available in 3 languages. And who have heard about social business? Do you know about this concept? So just Google Olga Heard. So the current president of Bangladesh, who is Muhammad Yunus, is the founder of this concept, and he's a Nobel Prize winner for the social business concept. In his book, he wrote about microfinancing in the Bangladesh. So social business or a social entrepreneurship is a business that is focused on revenues and profits, but with a major transformational purpose of bringing a positive impact into the societal community in which you are founding this business. So we are promoting this, and our purpose, as you remember, is helping Moldova to become a better place. And how would you be a better place? Retain youth. How would you retain youth who are not in education and not in employment? You would teach them on how to found a business, yes, a social business with a positive impact for the community they live in. So we made a school together with Go Youth NGO, and this year, the State University of Moldova has a facultative course that is called Social Business, inspired by Moldcell Foundation. We are proud of it. Please spread the word. And yes. And another direction is women empowerment and reducing inequality. So we want Moldova to be a better place to live, a place with equal opportunities, regardless of your gender, of your physical abilities, and so on and so forth. So just 70% of Moldcell leadership team is women. Our CEO is a lady, so really we are promoting and we are focused on women empowerment. Okay, this being said, we come to the 5th direction of our support, which is support of creative sector of Moldova. Back in 2020, we signed a partnership agreement with Core Association. At that time, it was just Art Core Center. Now it's Media Core, and we continue our support for both centers. So we provide 1 million each year for the implementation of the strategy. I wish it could be more, but for the implementation of the creative strategy, but we also contribute with our skills and know-how when it comes to the governance of the association and so on. So we encourage the creation of Artcore School, and you have seen how much things are going on in Artcore, and we support and continue our support of Artcore, but this is not stopping us from enlarging our support of Core Association, and we are also a very loyal supporter of Professions of the Future project, a wonderful project for the professions of the future: animation, game design, multimedia. We offer merit, scholarships of merit, or whatever you call it. We offer prizes for the best winning teams at the Forum of Professions of the Future, which take place at the end of each educational year, and graphic design, the design tablets, and last week, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago, our founder, who is a Forbes listed billionaire, not founder, the shareholder of Moldcell currently, Mr. Binod Chaudhary, who visited Moldcell, was on a visit at the welcome day of the first year students of Professions of the Future. So we contribute with had an inspirational speech. Alona is there. she was witnessing it. So really, indeed, we want these kids to grow and show the world that they are really a part of a Moldova known as a creative nation. When we've heard about this vision of a core association, we truly believe that this is possible, and we have to leverage on the creative potential of Moldovan people. So this being said, I actually understood that my task is, why would a corporation, why would business support creative sector? And I want to take you back to the origin, to the root. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to help Moldova to become a better place to live. And if you leave at the end of my session with one single word, and it is investment, I will be happy. Because why? Let's just, very simple logical exercise. So any business exists for what? Profit. For making money, revenues, profit. It's very good when this profit, what? Grow, yeah, every year. Okay, we operate in the local market of Moldova, yeah, where we have a certain number of population. So in order for the profits and revenues to grow, we either need a bigger number of clients, right, or we need these clients to spend more, or let's say to be happy to pay for their bills, right? So when we invest in a country, when a business invests in a country, actually it invests in the well-being and prosperity of its business. Because if the customers are happy to pay for their bills, the company is thriving. And this is brutally honest, but it's true. And any social corporate responsibility, if you view it from this perspective, this is an investment. You invest in the country you operate, and it's a great thing to do. And yes, let's see why an investment in the creative sector is a good thing to do. So first of all, of course, and this has been mentioned by Mr. Kistal and by all the speakers, retain youth. And we are doing it. We are doing it with the profession of the future. We are doing it with the art core school. We are doing it with the social business educational courses that we offer. Youth is retained. This leads us to economic impact. Yeah, more jobs. So we offer them access to high quality education. They don't live for Europe. Yeah, at least 1,200 youth stayed in this country, which is a great thing to do, a great achievement, and this is only a beginning. So economic impact, direct and indirect. More jobs are created, which leads to taxes, economic impact. More companies are created, taxes, direct economic impact. Companies, the creative sector can be in the IT park and benefit from the fiscal advantages. Yeah, businesses can be outsourced to Moldova or make more money and export the services. And this is direct economic impact. And of course, the awareness about Moldova as a creative nation, as a touristic destination, is an indirect economic impact. Be relevant for Generation Z. So as I've said, I'm the executive director of Moldcell Foundation. I probably forgot to mention it, but I'm the people and communication director of Moldcell, so ex-HR, let's say. Now we call people. We're not human resources. We want ourselves to be treated as people. So everyone wants young, talented, versatile, free-thinking, creative youth in their companies. And businesses, state, economy, university should be relevant for the Generation Z. And Generation Z is not only driven by the purpose-driven companies, but they also align with the creative sector values, which is self-expression, creativity, freedom of thinking, technologically advancement, and flexibility in their career. And when they see that the state, the universities, private sector, creative sector offer them such a possibility, they think alike, they are aligned, they would stay. And then business and state is relevant for this youth, so this is how we retain them. Boost innovation and problem solving here, of course, every company needs, to create, innovate, and we should replicate whatever cannot, or we should support whatever cannot be replicated by AI, and creativity probably cannot. New revenue streams, and Doina has talked about it, and she has shown us the figures, the statistics. Evolution is good, but probably can be much better with our common effort. Brand differentiation, and here, of course, let's just remember the companies like Apple, like Google, like Nike, like Coca-Cola, who cooperate with the creative sector, who have collaborations with the creative sector, and they are really different, yeah, and they think different, and their brand is different. And of course, it's CSR, it's social corporate responsibility, and just to remind you of a very nice, Olesa left, but a very nice project, Muzeile Viitorului, that is an offspring from the creative sector development. It's a very nice project that is digitalizing the museums and creating from the museums this kind of creative hubs of cultural heritage preservation. A great thing to do, and such kind of offsprings can be so many when you support the creative sector. So, here are the 7 reasons that I came up to, and the biggest reason, of course, is to retain youth who would be happy to live with their families, have access to very high quality higher education here in Moldova, and help our country to become a better place to live. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Irina, and thank you for being an amazing partner. Un alt partener,
Another partner, which is not only hardcore partner, but in general of creative industry, but who invest very much in the economic project, in startups and business. It is a fund named ONF. This fund is represented by Stian Lășina. This is the country representative of this organization, who I give the floor to because she has some we had invested in the last 10 years, and we really have a very growing phase because, for example, in Lithuania we have 20,000 employees, and we have only around 20, no more. What do we need to do to rise these employees? There are many factors, so many drivers on these industries, and it has already been mentioned that the talents are the biggest asset in this industry. The second are the technologies, and those from creative industries, they have these advanced technologies. They can on different markets, but of course the competition is very high. And the number 3 are the people who try to develop a business, because without them there is no move. What are the country did in this regard? And for example, Great Britain, what did they do? In the 90s, they invested in many creative hubs, and they invested in many talents. What happened since then? Of course, the rise in economy, and there are many, 20 million of dollars, and then have employed over 20,000 people. Of course, Great Britain is bigger than Moldova, but it doesn't make a difference, or it doesn't bring a change, because we just simply need to follow this example, like Lithuania create a creative Moldova. We also have in Moldova creative Lithuania, which is very nice, because these are tools that we can follow, and in case we do not follow them correctly, or we do not take them in a form that it will bring some rises, and there is no sense in it. Who likes Korean movies? I, for example, like them. And this industry has risen when the state in South Korea decided to invest in their films. And the industry of K-pop has registered growth. And this was because they also invested in their talents, in their artists. And they, of course, come with some fiscal incentive in order to develop this industry. What happens in Moldova at the moment, and why do I think that our fund can contribute to this growth? As many people has already mentioned before me, we really have to invest in promoting our country. We are not in the era where people ask, what is Moldova? Because they can just Google it and find out what is Moldova. But I would like to do, as my speaker told before, we would like that Moldova has some country speakers, and we really invest in it. And we as a foundation, we decided to invest in a film which is going to be broadcasted in Netflix. You could see this film starting 2025. There are going to be 3 episodes from the brand The Flavors of Romania. I'm not sure if you saw that, but in case you haven't seen it, please, I encourage you to see it, because under the umbrella of Flavors of Romania, we will develop Flavors of Moldova. So it is an episode of 3 episodes, and in these initiatives, we also have businesses who joined our initiative because they said that they would like to contribute to this idea too. So this is the public-private partnership. So the partnership between public and between the private collaboration, and it was on the basis of this development. We really do have some such stories in developing partnership in the Republic of Moldova, but hopefully lately the things are getting better, and we can have many clear, let's say, transparent businesses who joined into nice and also transparent partnerships. What we do else, it is that we invest a lot in startups, and we have also invested in YAP, in their program for startups and the domain of creative industry. We have been investing in this domain 2 years now, and after my speech you are going to hear another one who will present you 3 businesses which are startups, and they do have potential to go on the international market. And we really believe that these investments are very, very important, because the grants have to go to the grants, to this added out of the grants. We do really need many things that they have to be replicating on the national level, and this is important. I will not keep you retelling about how many projects do we have, because we have over 40 initiatives, but I want to express my wish to invest more in educational program, and that is not our goals. In many master programs. So for that, I encourage you to follow Artcore, follow what we do, see all the novelties, and let's join and let's make our common. Thank you very much. And as you has already told about the Creative Accelerator, and I want to say that it is developed by Moldova, and it's held by the Artcore, and we chose this sector because there is a very high potential, as Stella said, and as everybody said, this really holds in huge potential. And I would like to present you 3 startups. The first one is Anatoly from Ossicon, and he's going to present you his company. Hello,
we need a presentation. Yeah, thank you. So my name is Anatoly, and here is Michelle, commercial director and producer working with top clients. As creatives, we thought that our work will be fun, but for us and 100,000 more producers, it looks like this. So let me explain how producers work. Clients are sending us lots of feedback via all of those communication channels. We are collecting it, analyzing it, and sending to the artists. Everything by hand, wasting over 2 hours daily. and we want those hours back. But you know what? There is no tool for that. You have all of those apps, but you don't have an all-in-one solution. That's why we created Asicon PM, a project management and client feedback connected in one platform. Thanks to AI, the platform is taking the feedback from all of those communication channels, analyze it, and suggest the right task to the right artists, including time code, file name, and the feedback itself. The same AI platform is responsible for the creating main milestones. Think of main tasks or deadlines or whatever, like main milestones out of the contract you imported. And producer just approves this suggestion or not. Here's our prototype. You just upload the video, send the link to the client, and it's that easy. We are not changing client's behavior. He can comment in the timecode-based suite or just in the messenger. And by the way, the no registration needed for the client. Done by this team, Michelle, our co-founder, me, with 5 years of experience in managing creative teams, and our partner and CTO, Pavel. We are planning to release the product on March 2025. After attending Berlin Commercial Summit, we already have 15 sales and lots of requests for the beta test. And speaking of sales, here is the pricing strategy. So 3 plans. The last one is highly customizable for large studios and agencies. And this will help us achieve the $17 million obtainable market in 2025. So let's make a $10 billion industry fun again.
Thank you. Mulțumesc.
Thank you so much for this. In case if you are invested and if you have the money, the teams are waiting for you. The next team that we are having here and we would like to invite here will be represented by the Valentin. They are named Kripak. And they are coming from one business because they have a typography, and you know maybe about this. They had the opportunity to produce a lot of waste, and the Valentin will relate about the solution, but they had the opportunity to implement and to invest here, and also to solve this problem with the wasting part, and they are totally sure that they will have a lot of money with this project.
I work at my family's printing house for 10 years, designing paper boxes. Sorry. And it produces tons of paper waste every week. Alone in Moldova, there are 8,000 tons of paper that's just thrown away annually. At the same time, our stores are full of fruits and vegetables packed in plastic trays. This sparked an idea. What if we could use paper waste to produce trays for fruits and vegetables? And we did it. Our trays are 100% made of recycled paper waste, are breathable, compostable, and we tested it. It keeps the product fresh for 3 days longer than plastic ones. And that's not all. We are not limited to trays. We can produce any design for any product of any shape and size. Our process involves collecting waste paper, mixing it with water, pressing, drying, selling, and then repeat, because paper can be recycled up to 7 times. Even the water we use is filtered and then used again, making this a stable cycle. We focus on B2B sales, targeting supermarkets, farmers, distributors, and exporters. Now they use plastic trays that cost up to 70 cents. There is an eco alternative, but it costs twice as much. Our trays are cheaper and better for the environment. We came up with this idea in April during a hackathon. We won it, built a small manufacturing and an MVP, and now when the technology is tested, we are ready to start a bigger facility to produce 1.5 million trays and earn 150,000 in 1 year. For this we need 50,000 in investment. We won 7,000 at Creative Accelerator, and the rest will cover a grant and our resources. In 2 years, we plan to invest 1 million to scale up our production by 10 times and make it fully autonomous using solar energy and start exporting in Europe. For this, we have a team of enthusiasts as well as engineers that can make this done. So help us in building a model circular economy facility in Eastern Europe. Thank you.
So if you have paper waste, you know who to call. Și un alt startup.
And another startup that we are having here and we would like to participate and present here. We're talking about the recycling. We invite here Christina, maybe you heard about because you saw her on each city. We like these ideas, and of course we like that they do not stop on this idea and they wanted to scale up on this. And they show us how the startups and how the ideas from this opportunity can create and can do it outside. So the plastic waste pollution and the recycling plastic part starting to create on design, and of course had opportunity to do work here with the design company here.
Of an alternative for waste perception through innovation, design, and collective effort. Did you know that each year landfills receive 27 million tons of plastic and other 8 millions end up in our oceans, aggravating a global problem, pollution caused by plastic waste? At Recycline, we developed a complex process that transformed plastic waste collected from the community into high-quality, eco-friendly furniture and design pieces. We aim to change the perception of waste and promote an efficient waste management system that will maximize the material use over time. Already boasted a successful collection of jewelry on the market, now we are focused on multiplicating this success with our newly launched furniture line that will be sold online and offline worldwide, targeting a 44 billion market of eco-friendly furniture that is forecasted to grow by 9% by 2030. Unlike competitors, we sell more than a product. We sell a sustainable lifestyle choice that is embodied in our minimalistic, modular, and versatile design. Our business model is orientated both B2B and B2C segments, offering pre-made collection for conscious individuals and also projects on furniture with designers and public spaces. Our growth as a business is very stable and organic. Launching in 2022, alongside with our jewelry collection, we raised capital for expansion, we installed new machines, we built a large community, and most important, we gained experience on working with the material. And today, we are on board becoming the leaders of eco-friendly furniture market. Backed by a passionate team with expertise in design, engineering, and administration, continuously supported by our precious mentors, the success is guaranteed. We forecast a revenue exceeding 1 million in 3 years, driven by product diversification and marketing expansion. For this, we need to invest 100,000 in infrastructure, in marketing initiatives, and this way amplifying our social impact. We invite you to join this transformative journey, whether through partnerships, soft funding, or shared initiatives. And I truly believe that only together we can change this world. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Christina, for this. Of course, we choose that company, but they had a huge impact here. We invited, but they do not have opportunity to be here, and that person, but they are online. You should come to the art square and also to enter in our big room and also to follow that exhibition that Oksana Kapatsina created, but had the opportunity to create from the Austria exhibition. We're talking about the impact that we are having. regarding the climate, regarding the river from the Republic of Moldova. This is a very wonderful experience, and also I would like to share with you. We are going to the next part. In the continue, we are going with the next part. We will present to you the creation companies, what we are working with them. So the first who should come here is Roman Burlaca, is the director from BRMIA Group, is the founder for the Versus, and this is something important. And they launch Pandara for Alona, Satoshi, Carlos. Unfortunately, Roman did not have the opportunity to come here today. We just wanted to tell him greetings, and if someone wanted to have any contact with Roman, should come to me and I will offer the contacts for you. We are going to the next speaker, and I would like to invite here Constantin Jarpu, but is the founder for the PICO. Is one of the biggest fan for the art course school. We understand maybe this is the 14th edition, and we're talking about the design graphic course fundamentals. And we do not remember the edition of that part, but we invite Konstantin here to relate more about the reason but they decided to open agency in Holland, and what does this mean to have a company in Holland and in the Republic of Moldova? Thank you so much for this opportunity.
In English, someone needs to speak, you know. My name is Konstantin. I'm running this company and shop, design shop for I think 16 years. And in 2018, we were like in a dead end. It was like in Russian is the word tupik. And okay, we are good, but where next? Where next? So we started to analyze like where we can go to find new partners and to find new ideas and to learn new stuff, to grow, to be uncomfortable. Because here in Moldova you can be comfortable, you can have some likes on Facebook, but that doesn't really mean a lot of stuff. So we started to analyze. We didn't have hardcore in 2018. Okay, maybe we had, but I was far from it. So I didn't see a logic to stay here, unfortunately. So we were looking for a market. First of all, it was about added value. Unfortunately, in 2017 and 2018, if you had Moldova near your name in creative industry, it wasn't a big deal. It was like Moldova, it was somewhere near Pakistan in terms of perception. We needed a strong creative community. It's very dangerous to be number 2 or number 3 or number 1 somewhere, because you are starting to feel like Jabba Hutt in Star Wars, you know, and you don't grow. And you need someone way more stronger than you to grow. So you need a super strong creative community. So we were looking for a country with a super strong creative community. And also accessibility. Because being not a very rich company, it's important. So, of course, our first thought was Romania. After that, okay, we analyzed, it's good, but not sure about added value. After that, Baltic countries, again, it's cool, it's super cool, but not sure about added value. It was also Russia, it was also Ukraine. Back then in 2017 and 2018, it was like a good perspective. The business was booming, but still, it wasn't what we expecting. And Poland, a big country, but still has this Eastern accent or views and stereotypes. And after long decisions and long debates, we ended up in, who is this guy? we ended up in Berlin. Why Berlin? Because I was learning in a German school, and we thought, okay, Berlin is really cool. But after that, Berlin has added value, Germany has added value. But after that, after we started to analyze the incorporation costs, the mentality of people, and basically it's not just one country, but a lot of countries under one umbrella, one of our past clients, Daniela Roshka, if you see us, said, guys, look a little bit on the map, a little bit on the west, like a little bit, and you will see another country called Netherlands. So, as I said, Berlin and Germany was a good idea, but it had two main problems. First of all was the language. As you see, it's not the most easy language. This is for a butterfly, and I cannot read it. I can read it, but as you see, it's a problem each day to sign contracts and to make logos and to make art installations based on that thing. And second was the money. The incorporation taxes to create a GmbH or like a CRL or a company, it was a lot. It was, I remember, like something like 15 or 20,000 euros to have in social capital, which was a lot for us. So we looked a little bit to the Netherlands, and in 2018, we created a company there. Of course, as a young and optimistic human, I thought the clients are waiting for us there, everyone is waiting for us there. The reality is nobody is waiting for us there. But in 5 years, like it's 5 or 6 years since then, things started to work somehow. So what was the point, or what was the first cons, or the first good stuff? First of all, the incorporation fee was not really big. A very, very powerful creative, English-speaking creative community. And also Netherlands, it's a creative conclave, so it's a really, really, really cool band of people. This is a part of partners we worked in years, and we are still working with some of them. Part of them are journalists, so what I love in the Netherlands business, in creative business, what you need to answer these different questions. Here in Moldova, you need to answer like, I need a logo now, or I need a PowerPoint now for 100 euros, please. Yeah, 100-page PowerPoint, do it now. And in the Netherlands, the question is, for example, from the first company you see in this list, we want to do a story, or we want to respond to a future question. This is the difference in the business as we saw it. So it's like a mix of manufacturers, journalists, event makers, also sellers such as Grandado, and musicians such as Francesca or Eurosonic. So business-wise, we are still in Moldovan Business Week event, so I need to speak about business a little bit. It's working like this. It's two companies, one in Moldova, which is doing stuff, which is creating stuff, which is generating logos, campaigns, PowerPoints, and a lot of stuff for clients and partners. And second company, it's doing research. Okay, we have clients, but the main business it's still here. But there in the Netherlands, we are researching and learning stuff, stealing secrets, hustling people with questions, winning awards, and trying to understand what it's all about. So yeah, in terms of PR, it works, but the most valuable thing is the knowledge, which unfortunately I cannot take it here. From creative perspective, which I think it's more interesting for you, we are in Artcore, so I think creative perspective it's more interesting for you guys. It works, imagine that Netherlands, it's a country which has studios like Tonic or Studio Dumbar or Clever Franke, which are like Michael Jackson in the world of design. Yeah, you can agree, it's like, I don't know, it's like Bentley. Everyone loves Studio Dumbar. And it's nice to be in the same room. It's nice to lose from these guys on the festivals, and it's nice to have chance a little bit to learn from them. So one of the projects we made, as I said, the difference in Moldova and Netherlands is responding to different questions. In Moldova, we are responding to the past questions, and in the Netherlands, people are asking how the future will look like. And one of the things where my team, my gang, tried to respond to that future question was, how do we see the future? And we made 2 installations which were showcased at Dutch Design Week. One of it, it's road signs of tomorrow. It's basically, we entered in a time machine and said, let's create the road signs which will appear in 20 or 30 years. Unfortunately, some of them are real. For example, 2 years ago, when we created this installation, we had a road sign that we will have ghost drones without operator. And now it's a reality. Or we had a sign about a robot who is smashing hands, and beware of robots, don't feed the robots. And now I'm reading news that in manufacturers or in workshops, people are having this accident. So it's partly humor, partly Black Mirror, and partly sci-fi inspired. But yeah, this is what our response to how we see the future. And the second, here are with Karin Grigorian and Mihai Stamati, brilliant guys. I think without them, the creative sector is not complete. With the second installation, so everyone knows about these captcha tests. For example, when you're making a new fake email, I don't know, I think everyone has a fake email. I have one, that's fun. It's fun to have fake emails, but you need to make a test so for the computer to see if you're not a robot. For example, choose crosswalks or choose bicycles. Olga, salute. And we made, okay, let's make an impossible captcha test, like 1,000 pictures. So people will be impossible to do. Why? Because in the future, I think the difference between androids, and people will be insignificant. So by far, I think only one human passed the test. Maya Sandu did it on 64%, so it's interesting. But it was fun. It was interactive, and it's more like giving a question, raising a question, what will happen. Okay, so from a creative perspective, for me, for Pico, Netherlands is opening the stage or opportunities to be part of such festivals, such as Dutch Design Week or Dutch Innovation Days, where these installations took part, and we were invited without any relationship, or I don't know. It was a real deal, and we just found out that the installation will be featured in Dutch Creativity Awards book, which it's a big thing when you think that a studio from Ciucana is going to the Netherlands, and it will be featured in a Dutch book. Thank you. I ordered a few copies, so one is for Artcore. Okay, another thing is that we are part of AGCN. AGCN is like association or a club. And here we have core, and it will be nice, and it is nice, and it's a milestone for us and for me to get good insights and good experience from this kind of club, which has more like 40 years, to implement here. Another thing, I started to be a teacher and to teach stuff here in Moldova, and in the Netherlands we can meet brilliant people and to bring them here to share insights. And one of these super talented and extraordinary talent was Frankie. If you will see in the courtyard of Artcore a small human, like in an orange jacket, that's Frankie. So I'm happy. I saw this big Varlamov style guy and said, hey, do you want to join FIC? And he joined. So that's really cool to join these two countries. Okay, and the irony. We were looking in the Netherlands for clients, but Netherlands found us in Moldova. For 5 years in a row, we are working for the Dutch government here, and it became basically one of the most important partners. And that's a little bit ironic if you see, like, you're looking for someone in the Netherlands, but Netherlands is looking for you here. As a conclusion, from my perspective, it's always best to take. It's always better to take the best from two worlds. Thank you.
Mulțumesc. Thank you so much.
Cu plăcere.
I told you that we do have great people in our community. Fashion is another domain from the creative industries that we are less responsible in at core, because we have a ZIT house and we have other partners from art course, and we told that whatever we spoke about this capital E in developing this creative innovative, we cannot did not invite the representatives from this sector. We thought about Anna and Raket because they are one of the pioneers who went to the external markets and changed the face of the fashion industry. I am happy to invite Dana here so she could share her experience with us and how that she attained this market, outside the market.
Today I'm going to talk about Raket's story, and I'm going to talk about how we exploited the export potential of exporting a product created fully in Moldova. We have been through many changes, as you can see. There also was another logo, but I didn't find it on Google, so I've just put this for. We are still Raket with an X, but it's spelled the same. We have been founded in 2012 by my sister Violetta and me as a direct-to-consumer brand. Built on 19th influences with a dark feminine aesthetic. The most important thing is that all our designs are, all our products are designed with longevity in mind, because that's the background we had from our mother. Here you can see some of our collections, where you can see the products, the DNA, the minimalistic design, which we're known for. This is the spring-summer collection of 2024, and this is the fall-winter of 2024, which is now in stores, as Verika mentions, in some of the world's greatest capitals, I believe so. We also have a boutique in Chisinau. It's been there for, I think, more than 10 years, and it's become quite a spot. It became quite a spot for the local clientele in the premium segment, and we are very proud of it. Sustainability is one of the core values at Raket, and we try to not to overproduce, to use sustainable materials such as Ecovero viscose, virgin wool, such as linen blends, lyocell, tencel, which is a new fabric, and we also try to repurpose existing sources and raw materials, such as you can see this Moldovan towel called Mileu, which recently we have launched a collection which included some of the pieces you can see here. We try to materialize this traditional towels into specific pieces that, by the way, have been a hit in sales in Korea and Hong Kong, and we are very proud of it. Over the years, we also gained the support of celebrities, which were our products, and also the support of the press, of international publications, prestigious ones such as Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Elle, Cosmopolitan, and many more others. This is extremely important because it validates us as a brand and it gives us prestige in the fashion world. And also, this puts really Moldova on the fashion industry map. Here are some milestones of our journey, and as I said, we started in 2012 like a small independent brand focused on minimalist designs and sustainable fashion. In the initial years, we operated exclusively with a physical store in Chisinau, as well as gradually expanded to Romania through the shopping malls, concept stores, and as well as our own showroom. In 2020, after some years of intense PR and celebrity endorsement, like you've seen before, we have expanded globally by being listed on Farfetch, which is, I believe, the greatest platform for a brand to be right now, and we have reached a really global audience through it. In 2022, the regional political crisis obviously impacted us as well, and we noticed decline in local sales. So once again, we had to zoom out and reorient our efforts abroad. So that's when in 2023 we had the courage to go to Paris Fashion Week with a showroom and exhibit our collection there. And this marked a new era of Raquette, and it was really a pivotal moment for our development further. The brand expanded the network and is now being sold in over 6 countries in premium stores. We had really great partners and we are very proud of it. We sell in Europe, Asia, and recently Middle East is a new country, is a new market for us. Right now in 2024, we focus on scaling the business because we see big potential in Moldova in terms of producing. There are a lot of factories. You know, Moldova is known for the loan production industry, so we have the possibility to scale the business by being here and exporting abroad. Of course, Paris Fashion Week, as I told before, was a pivotal moment for our journey, which gave us an extremely big global exposure, networking opportunities. We had the opportunity to connect with top fashion directors and head buyers at big chains like Neiman Marcus, Net-a-Porter, Matches Fashion, I don't know, Zoom maybe this season, I believe, Selfridges, and many more than I'm sure you've heard of or even been to shopping. This is for us a great opportunity to grow the brand, and I'm thankful to USAID for their support because due to them, the past 2 seasons, we have managed to go to Paris Fashion Week and really access new markets. So once again, I want to thank them for that. Putting Moldova on the fashion map is it was our goal. I don't know if at the beginning, but at least in the last 5 years, and I believe we've done a little bit of that by now. Here you can see our stockists. Right now we sell in Tokyo in a great department store, in South Korea, in a concept store in Seoul, Hong Kong, China, London, United Kingdom, and Kuwait, like I said, Middle East. However, our journey hasn't been without its challenges. I was told not to scare the investors, so I won't talk too much about it. But the small market and the need to enter new markets is crucial for any brand here. And being a country with long production history, we have worked very hard to be seen as a designer brand, to be positioned that way, and to be taken seriously by big buyers. And the limited access to financing, which has been changing in the last years, but was limited when we launched. made it just now after 12 years. So these challenges have been fueling our growth, and the key to our success, I think it was strategic international collaborations, relevancy, storytelling through our products, and building successful and strong relationships with our partners. But most importantly, in the fashion industry is a word that is consistency. Consistency in delivering a good product, in maintaining the quality, in maintaining the ethics, in delivering the same product that aligns with your core, with your values, and with the ethos of your brand. So right now, looking ahead to opportunities, there is in the world there is a growing demand for sustainable fashion, which perfectly aligns with our values. International collaborations with other brands, cross-marketing. Maybe I saw Christina from Recycline today. It was nice to see her and find out that there are such talented people here who recycle, and I think for example, a collaboration between Racket and a brand like Recycline would be something that would give added value to both brands. Also, there are a lot of international brands that do collabs, and this is also a good opportunity. As well as government and NGO support, which I told before, the support of USAID was extremely important for us, and we are very grateful for it, because the presence at the Fashion Week continues to be a priority for us, because only this way we can survive as a brand and as a business. And make our wholesale business expand. So, in the end, I'd like to conclude with this quote, which I love very much, and I think perfectly aligns with Racket journey. And because the story of Racket is a story about perseverance, about hard work, and a little bit of luck. And thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dana, great job. În continuare.
In continued, maybe you heard, maybe Donna mentioned about the production of Racket. This is represented today by the Stefana Haba. You also heard about this from the Irina regarding the future museum. If you do not have the opportunity to go through the museum, please go there, because there will be a wonderful exhibition and there will be different installing what will be wonderful for you, what they are creating in this program. So the Stefan will talk a little bit about the R&D and how from the R&D go into the next part with the new project and Innovation One.
Full screen, please. Hi, I'm Stefan. I represent a creative technologies company here in Moldova. We started 7 years ago as your regular video production company. I started before that doing photography and videography for events. Weddings, of course. Right now, we are in a different spot. Sometimes has passed, and we have more friends and more achievements, which I want to talk about first. So, what does Raketa Production do? We kind of blend innovation with creativity, and we were established in 2011. So right now we already export our products in countries like UK, Norway, USA, Japan, Romania, and Ukraine. Some of the key stellar achievements we think are cool to talk about is, has anybody gone to Fix It and Post and meet Jonathan Nolan here? Yay! Yeah, so that's pretty much one of the achievements. We managed to host Jonathan Nolan here in Moldova, a real Hollywood star. Also, we got nominated for 2 Emmys. together with CBS, that was working on, a couple of documentaries for 60 minutes. All right, and another is we actually won a Merle Award, which is a pretty big deal in US, not so much in Europe apparently. Moving on. So we started back in the days doing regular productions, and at a certain point we understood that it's pretty difficult to work on our market, and there are a couple of things that we are missing. So like, let's say we had high production costs. So that means you have to have big crews, you have to have different locations, logistics, and so on and so forth. And there's a very tiny market here in Moldova. So everybody's just fighting over the same clients, right, Olga? She knows. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys knows. And one of the big things is location constraints, because before this I used to work as a locations manager. That's the person responsible for finding and securing and doing all the logistics for locations. Usually it's for movies. So if a producer from the US would come in and say, hey guys, can you get us like a big crowd of people, like 20,000 people, we need to film this scene of soccer, blah, blah, blah. Or can you get us a tank or something? It's like, no, we cannot. What we can do is we can do other stuff. And of course, one of the big things was the creative limits. So we don't want to be bounded by any limits as creative people. Therefore, we were looking for ideas and ways to kind of, get away from the things like, filming in Moldova that it looks like post-Soviet all the time. Maybe there are other things we can do. Maybe we want to film, a science fiction movie. What can we do about it? And another one is lack of racial and ethnical diversity. Basically, whenever somebody is coming to Moldova, they say, hey, do you guys, we're international crew, we need to have, Asians, black people, whatever, like Indians. So we're like, no, we cannot. The only way is to get them from Ukraine or Romania, which is very expensive. It doesn't make sense, so they have to go there. So, we thought about it, and that's how we came to the idea we need to go international. Because the market is small, there's like little opportunities, but we have big minds and we are very inspired to try to take on the world. But how to do it? So in 2020 we saw this amazing technology which is called virtual production, which kind of use big LED screens to project anything you want, like all of these worlds. We can mute them. And you can film anything you want. Do you want to film, as you've seen, Cleopatra walking on the streets, or do you want to film, on the moon, or any type of ideas you want to do? Everything is possible within the same day, with the same crew, without actually leaving the set. So we were inspired by this. And next is a cool, I would say inspirational story, because everything kind of started here, exactly in this spot, with this LED wall, and we started experimenting. We started experimenting, being inspired by this thing, and we're like, wow, why not do it here in Moldova? So we actually tried some things. I know it looks junky, but hold on, and we'll get there. This is kind of a part of the story. So how do you get here? Like, how do you start an R&D project? Everything starts with a community. Fortunately, or unfortunately, this was back in 2020, and COVID just hit, and that as everybody was like, oh no, it's a lockdown, there's no work, and we're like, great, we have time to do our projects, our passion projects. So we started developing here, so that was together with the support of CORE, And we're like, well, we need an LED screen. It's like, Arcor has one. It's pretty good, has some sort of limits, but we can make it work. Well, we need a computer. Well, the guys from Gecko, which are part of COOR, Creative Industries Association, have cool computers because they work with big names in Hollywood. They're doing post-production, so they give us computers. And we managed to do whatever you've seen on the screen. After this, we kind of showcased our demos. It's very important once you start doing R&Ds to always show your work, always kind of try to get people involved and enthusiastic about stuff. And that's how Doina here? I don't know. Doina from Future Technologies Activities said, we're going to have this technology at MediaCore. And that was back in 2020. So we then inspired an industry. All right, so after this, we started showing this online. So it's very important for you to show your stuff online, like make as much buzz as possible and say, hey, we're doing this stuff, what is it used for? Well, we can take a look. So we started getting our first clients from overseas, which were interested in filming in Moldova, not filming Eastern Europe, and getting something that's like super creative and out of the box.
We all strive for a better life. In its pursuit, don't we overlook the most important thing, the people? What does it cost to make the world a better place? Better science, better technology, better design thinking. We make healthy, innovative products affordable and accessible for everyone, all backed up by blockchain technology. In a genuine, accountable, and transparent way. This is our way to create the future. Thrive, grow, innovate. XY. Fuel your mind.
Right on cue, eh? Yep. There you go. This is our Norwegian client. They are an international startup. They're doing innovative products, as it says in the teaser. So this is just the launch of their campaign. We're just going to go on and kind of get into explain. So it's just an idea of to get the public excited about, what is this? We want to know more. So if you want to know more, you have to go on their website or wait for the next videos. So what are the other results? For ourselves, we unlocked new capacity for production, so virtual production, augmented reality production. As Virika said, we're actually working on a super cool app for kids for museums. Maybe you've heard about Pokemon Go. It was like all the craze back in the day. Imagine that you're chasing dinosaurs in the museum. So that's like super cool. Also, we started exporting. So we started exporting to USA, Norway, Japan, latest in UK. And of course, we unlocked new partnerships. We consulted COOR for MediaCore's virtual production studios. We consulted some local TV stations on how to create this, get this technology so they can have it at their studios, therefore kind of lower the production costs for their products. And we actually have a new major at the university. So any students here at the multimedia? All right, there we go. So yeah, I am a teacher now, apparently. So we have visual production in school at the university. So for now it's the State University, but it's gonna expand to other universities, as I heard. Right, this is it. Thank you very much. Oh wait, it's not. Of course, we like some behind the scenes, if you're curious how stuff is done. As you can see, it takes a lot of effort to get to this kind of stuff, but with this type of technology, it's half the effort that it usually takes to, do something. And this is something for you. So right now, if you could scan this QR code, hopefully it works. I don't know if it works, but you're going to see something cool. It's kind of what we have right now in the works. It's an AR experience. Don't just scan it, but keep your phone and follow the instructions. Keep your phone over this QR code. If your phone works right, and if we did our stuff right, then you'll see a cool thing going on. It takes a while. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mulțumesc, Ștefan. O altă industrie pe care am ținut neapărat să o prezint.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Another industry that we'd like to present to the cinematography, so it was Herman Arvara and so on, and Sergio will add another, Sergio Comatento, who is founder and the producer of all the nice movies that we can witness at the moment. Thank you very much. Hello to everybody. I'm here, if you don't mind, because people, the girls, they created this design, so that's when I wanted to see it. So I don't want to promise you any earthquake. I'm just Sergio, and I'm representative of the team UBESC, and we have an audiovisual content, and we are passionate about what we do. We provide services, advertising services. Sorry for my trembling voice. I have some emotions at the moment. Let me calm down a little bit. So these are services. And which is installed on Media Core, and if you wanted to know some more, I will have this link for several seconds, and then we will continue. So do you know the topic of today's discussion is quite complicated, because Stefan said what was the downstage, and I wanted to say what are the advantages of that, and everything that is good in Moldova, we always sell it pricely and with overprices. So what we do, we produce and we co-produce with many of our partners within the framework of 15 projects. We have projects that I really don't have any clue about what are they, and we really believe, and we really strongly believe, in fact, that the production Republic of Moldova has a great potential. The things didn't start well. And when we started it in around 2000, Moldova couldn't had that possibility at the time, but at the moment the government supports several tools, and we really believe that the things are going to improve when we, together with the community and the National Center for Cinematography, we will join our effort in order to work harder in this domain and to reach and to attain great results, because Moldova is very attractive on an international plan in the field of cash debate, and to we're really proud that we have a very functional scheme. We have the first project in the Republic of Moldova that we applied with and submitted for this kit. We have attracted over 7 million leys thanks to this scheme. So that means it proves that it really works, and not only on a paper. I'm not sure whether we have investors here present or maybe online, so that's why it is a little bit difficult for me to understand the capacity of our audience. But nevertheless, those people who would like to launch their startup in the visual, audiovisual, or maybe soft production, animation, be sure that you can do that in Moldova, because we really have these possibilities and this opportunity of paying only 7% taxes. So that means that we are really attractive for international companies. We have good international opportunities as well, and it gives us the advantageous points. We do believe that our industry is growing up, and the fact that we interact with the foreign partners help us that we could produce together projects which can reach the global market and increases our visibility and, of course, the know-how. So that means the knowledge that we acquire in this domain. I'll probably fight a bit with with Stefan. We do not have mountain, we do not have a lot of sun, because Zatoka is around 70 kilometers from this point, but what we have, we can, for example, replicate, if you want, the Tour Eiffel or the Jules Verne restaurant. But of course, we do have many locations that are undiscovered. And as far as we are searching for something new, they are here under our nose. There are many which will be preserved from our history. We're speaking about the project, like for example, we filmed last spring the Transit Times film, and it shows the 19th and we are quite attractive from this perspective as well. Well, you know, I'm speaking and I feel that it's so boring. We have great, super talented people, and when I say that, that means that we do have the capacity, we do have these opportunities, and we need just simply to rise a little bit our confidence, self-confidence, and it comes by the approach learning by doing, which means that we need to exchange experience, and we really had the possibility to take our teams on some studios, filming studios in Europe, and we also benefited from some experience from our colleagues from Europe. And to do this diffusion for the local consumers, we are positioned very strategically, but I'm going to skip this topic. Even though we speak many languages and so on, that means that we do have many advantages. And I think what I would like to say, this slide is a little bit bigger. I don't know why Olga designed this, but it looks nice. So I think that the film distribution has a great potential in Moldova, because nobody started working on this topic. And let's move back to this triangle. We really like doing this, we like doing what we are doing in fact, and due to our experience we could have sales over $3 million, but unfortunately they are not in Moldova. And our question is why, and we need to go deeper to understand it. This is because today in 2024 let's say that our distribution landscape is very very precarious. So that means that we have only 4 cinemas, we have Super Odeon in the heart of the capital, and that's it. So what do we have? We have 14 screens, that's it. For our population, we have the smallest ratio. And another problem is that these cinemas are localized only in Chisinau, that means in the capital city. So why are the things like that? This is because the transition from the tape to the digital system with DCI, Digital Cinema Initiative, we have 7 Seven Studios, Paramount, all Disney and so on, you know them, they created a consortium and established an algorithm and everybody worked and within this algorithm, the producers, the creative people, the exhibitionism and so on, and these make that everywhere they work. Yep, it works by default. It is an international standard that works over 24 years. Okay, having the right equipment and working within this line of equipment is one thing, but it requires resources, of course. Like for example, to arrange a space of let's say 100 seats will come to a cost at around 200,000 euros. And this is a problem for cinemas. This is a problem for them to extend in regions because they face maintenance costs, of course, renewal costs, of course, in the renovation for the government and the public authorities. It is another problem because they do not have this know-how and they have no experience on how to manage this kind of network. For us, distributors and producers and film producers, it is another problem that we will lack access to the market. Finally, the consumers have to suffer because they do not have where to spend their time and who to spend this time with, having a nice communication, watching a nice film close to their house. Like for example, can you imagine somebody from Edinburgh, which are 240 kilometers from Chisinau, they need to come to Chisinau to go to the theater, to the cinema. So that means it is almost impossible to do it just on a daily basis. Well, again, the exit, we do not have the entrance and the exit way. When we come with a solution, we need to come with a solution in both ways. And what do we have? We have authentic content. Authentic content. It is not better, it is not worse or better than the Hollywood content, but it is authentic, it is ours. We have a nice country with 30 districts and everybody has these cultural centers. And if we speak about in statistical figures, we have over 1,500 cultural centers around the country. What can we do with everything? We decided to create a network to help people from rural areas to get access to cinemas and to have this great experience to see films on large screens, not on a laptop, not on telephone, but on a large screen as they used to see them before. And we decided to create this alternative network. It sounds nice, but how can we implement it? I've visited Italy, I visited Germany, I visited a plant which is manufacturing these screens and they provide a high quality to their screens, and we decided that we will install these screens in these cultural centers, and they are rolling up screens, so which means that they can, for example, scroll down and then scroll up when we need it. Okay, and we also can bring some projectors with a cinema profile and a very good sound. And our secret ingredient, by the way, it is to create a device what we name Media Block, which we could manage the content remotely. We found it in Israel, we manufactured it together with the plant, we are developing a soft on the basis of which we could manage this content. And what is the next?
Because I do not remember. So regarding our statistics, as you can see here, the people in general, our people after the COVID, they are going to the cinema. For them it's quite okay. Our statistics show this, and in the year more than 500 of people they are going to the cinema and they try to saw a film. It means that we have more than 5,000 of admission in the cinemas. So we made a super countable number to see what we can have here. It means that if we will have more than 33 rooms and we will have one projection per week, and a week, let's say, if the room will be not fully, let's say we will have more than 20 and 25%. We make a statistic and we saw what the people that will come per year will be like 25,000 and so on. But what will happen if we will double that things? This coming our theory to the practical way. So we mentioned what you should go and you will see. Regarding with our partners of development, we try to make this for Moldovan movie. We chose 6 localities, so therefore the Balts and Kahul had a huge population if we took into cooperation with Ednets, Felest and Lova. And we would like just to see what will happen and how the public will react to our movie. And was very interesting, very fine. Everyone told us, okay, but this is for free. If we're gonna talking about for free, everyone coming, why not? And I mentioned, okay, but people coming, really coming. And the rooms do not have enough capacity for them. It means what the women stayed just on the ground, coming with their own chairs. So they're coming just to see because this is for free. So let's test if the people will pay for this. And we mentioned quickly Film Point MD, and we have like Madame, we have another movie there, and we selected different localities, but we implemented them. We uploaded different details regarding that film, and we're starting to sell. So here we have different localities and villages also, if I remember correctly. You know about the Persechna, Pohoi, Feilin. I don't know if you heard about it. But yes, people wanted to watch a movie, so we implemented very easy platform where the people can make the payment, and in 3 weeks we had opportunity to receive 300 of lei, and in September we have more 1 million of lei. So we understand that here something has happened, and that one can be powerful. We understand that one have a huge potential here. And also, if we gonna talk about that 32 rooms what we have in the cultural location, we should understand that we have villages but they do not have any kind of rooms, and they have the huge population like with 10,000 of people, and we should identify more like this locality to make sure that that location will be a benefit one. But we should think how we can bring this equipment because we understand that one costs a lot of money. And we mentioned the first who should invest here is that one that they're going abroad and maybe they wanted to give something back to their own country, and they like will be thankful for that representative location where they growing up and so on. So we would like to have that device from the Radon Center, and we give it to them 80 projection for them, so it means that no one, like for the human, no one going to do something. Everything was digitalized. And the room that we have there was from the Nisporen side. This is the first one because we thought it's something like a symbol. This was a cultural room that was implemented in 2024, and we understand that in that side should be the first one. So here we're gonna talk about the partners that they was abroad. For example, they will give us, for example, a computer or something like this. So hand by hand, without any super credits, we can create that distribution networking in the Republic of Moldova. For that person but they do not want to donate or to invest, we have a protocol that we can go in institution partnership. Depends on the rooms that we are having. Depends on the screens what we are having, bigger, smaller, but the costs are totally different here. We can do it, this agreement, individual agreement with them, so it means that the standards that we are having, because we understand that higher DCI is items, but they are also coming from DCI, so the cost from this room is 6 or 7 times more cheaper. So theoretically, we can do it this regarding the person what they understand that point. So we can do it this everything but on spot what we having. Right now we are trying to find the person what should be enrolled here. We try to find more efficiency solution for the hard equipment, and theoretically we should understand what the person what our interest here we can implement the business plan screening revenue because we have more opportunities to reload this. And of course the next step what we are having to develop this part and setup should be implemented with a short part because I had opportunity to come here on earthquake and rain. I would like to tell you that maybe we can combine a little bit our tradition to go in one room and to see the that part what we have on equipment, and another part is going what you should go and to see the screening part. So if you do not saw something, please, you had the opportunity to see the online movie that cost just €3, and you can watch Moldovan movie here or in Antarctica where you have relatives, friends. So this will be the next step of development. So this startup is combining of the classical ways and of course with the innovation and technological ways. So we are thinking about that one. It's very important not just from the economical perspective, but also if we're gonna talk about the tools, it's very important and stronger because if we're gonna talk about something, I would like to mention that when I come back from the Japan, I just starting to think about it, and we know that the country can increase when they have education, culture, and then combine the innovation with the tradition. So we thinking that the movie can do it this with the teenagers. Sorry for the French, we should pump that opportunities for the teenagers, and thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Sergio, for this opportunity. Who watched Carbona? Sergio, who watched Varvara? So, who watched Tunete? Hundreds like translation. So, it means that you should find a formula that the people can saw and analyze these movies. We are going to the next session where we talked how the company from the Republic of Moldova can help build a robust business to understand about their risk, to understand about their clients, to understand who are the person that they are working on site with this. We have here Ina, Publis Moldova, but she will relate it about the case study what they did in their company.
My name is Ina, and I represent Publis Moldova Energy Media. Today I'm going to talk about us. How we move? All right. When you think about creative agency, you think of seeing that kind of pictures, like pictures, videos, logos, nice shootings, but and when you think about the creative agency, you think that everything down there is very easy. Like it's very easy to create an idea, it's very easy to do everything, and the most common question I get from our client is, what do they smoke? To be honest, I'm a bit annoyed about this question already, because I'm in the agency, not in the creative department. I represent the client's relationship department, and for me, the creativity looks like this. I'll show you today, or I'll relate today the not sexy part of the creative business. And if you know this saying, if it doesn't sell, it isn't creative, who do you think this saying belongs to? you'd probably think it belongs to an angry client or to an account manager, but actually the same belongs to David Ogilvy. It's not working? Okay. And we all know that David Ogilvy is the founder of creativity. Let's say, congratulations. We think in the agency that our main role is to mitigate risk and to multiply the impact that we do for a client or for every client's action. Congratulations, let's say you launch a fantastic product and you come to us and say we have $1 million to launch it. The first question you'll get, how many of this money you planned for the research? Because at the agency we think that our intention, your intention, is as serious as your research budget. We are not an agency that makes the researches. Our input here is that we are able to put the right questions and we are able to find the insights and the barriers the client has with its customers. I'll show you a case that started from a barrier that we found from deep understanding of the client and from the research. It's a store, a network of stores. It's Azart. When they came to us, we found out that their main barrier was the shame. Everybody visited Azart, everybody bought from Azart, but nobody said this. Nobody went public and said, I went and bought a second-hand or outlet clothes. So all we did is we changed the narrative and based on this barrier, and we said that you don't buy second-hand, you buy second chance. And we believe that everything in life deserves a second chance. Of course, this multiplied the business because the founders also believed in that. They they made the investment in the retails. They made the investment in team. They really believed in that, and this multiplied their business. And the future of their business changed. This is how Azart looks. They are now based on outlet, and what we hear from our customers is that before the rebranding and before this message, they didn't know about Azart. Now they see it and they are okay with it. So this was the first idea, that creative multiplies by a deep understanding of the customer or the market. Most of the times when the client comes to us, they say, we know our client, why should we do research? We are in this business for 20 years and we know very well how our client thinks. But here we believe that the most important question is where are your clients, what the clients that are not yet your client think. So the main idea with the research is to find out that. But do you know those who are not your clients yet, who are not your customers yet? When businesses start and when they come to us, they most of the times they have a business strategy. But here our first question is, but do you have a magnetism strategy? What do we put into a magnetism strategy? We think that you should attract attention by simply being you, by simply having your product. So we can find an insight that will attract attention. Here you'll see news. It's news on a Portuguese website, Público PT. In the wine section, there is an article saying about Moldova, that Moldova, it is positioned as a sensation, the presence of wine of Moldova at ProWine this year. All we did is created Kelaris. Kelaris is a metahuman that was created 2 weeks before the ProWine. And he's the person that created the first wine made by artificial intelligence. And that was the sensation, and that was the strategy of magnetism we used for Wine of Moldova and for ProWine this year. We appeared in a lot of articles for almost no budget. So Moldova almost didn't invest a lot in promotion, but only because we had the sensation, we created Kelaris, this attracted attention. This is how was our stand at ProWine. If you make a small research on the internet, most of businesses fail because they don't have enough money. Let me translate this for you. I believe that they fail because they don't have enough customers. And here are the position of the creative businesses is to attract attention and get with customers by deeply understanding the customer and the market, and by creating good and bold ideas. We believe that our role is to multiply and de-risk, and my position is that I choose the scalpel of a surgeon to any magic ball. And what this means to me? This means that give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will use 4 for sharpening the axe. In our business, sharpening the axe means research, insight, hypothesis, prototype, validation, rework. And finally, eventually, you'll get a strategy. And, most of all, think that creative businesses should wow. Customers come to us and say, please wow us. And we are supposed to wow through videos, through billboards, through TikTok, Reels, stories. But we want to wow your P&Ls, and of course small P&Ls. And I have a message that I'll read. Finally, stop looking at creatives as someone who would bring decor to your ambitions, and start seeing us as a way to multiply and de-risk your business. Thank you.
Mulțumesc foarte frumos. Mulțumim, Ina.
Thank you very much. It was very beautiful saying thank you, Ina. And I'd like to invite Olga Radu, who is the oldest friend for Altcore and the most devoted one, and she's also a representative of the creative industries, which we are proud of. She's the founder of Casa Imago, but today she's going to present another agency and their outcome and what do they do for our country. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Ta-da. Thank you. So today I am here with 2 roles. First, I'm the founder of Casa Imago, but also I'm the strategic partner at Cabinet de Conseil West Est. So I stand before you, in front of you, today at the intersection of these 2 interesting notions, creativity and business development.
Today we're going to mix these two ingredients to cook up an interesting recipe. So let's talk about it quickly. Innovation passport. All right. So I always think of creativity as, as an asset, as a superpower. So it's like a passport that can get you anywhere in the world, and guess what? It never expires, which is amazing, and nobody is giving it to you, you just have it. So Moldova's creative industries have this innovation passport. It's like a hidden gem that we should show to the world, and we should learn how to use it. So whether it's our design, our IT, our products, our audiovisual content, every time it's creativity that sets us apart. So how do we translate this creative age into international success? Okay, the key lies in our mindset. It's not just having a good product, a creative product, or a creative service. It's our mindset. Okay, export GPS. Now, navigating foreign markets. It sounds like a really difficult thing to do for us, for companies from Moldova, but also for investors from abroad that would want to come to Eastern European markets. So, navigating foreign markets without a guide that our cabinet de conseil OS test would be like assembling furniture from IKEA without the instructions. Of course it's possible, yes, but is it easy to do? No, it's easier to do it with these instructions. Of course, if we want to do it several times, to do it not very correctly, and then do it again, we have resources, we have time for this, then it's okay. But it's most advisable to use this roadmap. So this is where strategic consulting becomes your expert in this roadmap, this GPS expert. So at West Est, we've spent many years in accumulating this expertise in both Moldovan and French market. So this dual perception, Moldova and France, France and Moldova, is really crucial because us knowing really well this market or us knowing really well French market doesn't get us anywhere. Strategic consulting isn't just about providing information or connecting clients, but it's more, crafting this roadmap for understanding market necessities better. So first, it's market prospecting. We don't just test the waters, with our foot. We really dive deep inside to understand the market nuances. Second, it's commercial strategy. Commercial strategy development. It's a battle plan. It's your battle plan, really customized for each market, not only for your business, but for the market that you aim. Third, it's project implementation. It's being with you all along the road. And fourth is negotiations, because it's really important to speak the same language with the client, on his market. So we're there for you to help you with the negotiations process. And we should remember that entering developed market requires much more than just, as I said, just the product. It needs a thorough preparation. It's not just about having a great creative product, again I will say it, but it's also to know and to make your way that resonates with the market that you aim. And especially the Francophone markets, they're really specific, they're rather conservatory, you have to really know their habits and to respect that. So, therefore, the difference between Bună ziua and Bonjour, it takes a lot much more than just the language difference. All right, so market fit. Entering a developed market is like going to a black tie event. You cannot go there wearing your favorite t-shirt, even if it's really creative. You have just to know where you're going, what kind of people are going to meet there, what do they like, what do they expect from you. So you need to dress your business for success totally. Achieving market fit is a developed in a developed company for a developed market like France needs a 360-degree approach. It's about aligning every aspect of your business with the market expectations. First, the product quality, you should take care of what you take there. You cannot bring a low quality or a medium quality to the market. You need to get there with a good quality product. Second, promotion. A campaign that works in Moldova could just fly flat in France, so you have to adapt your way of communicating there and to find the right medium, the right language, the right tone for the market that you address. Third, market adaptation. Sometimes for a market you need to adapt your product because some candies could be really well sold here but not so well sold in France. So you need to think about your product. Is it or is it not appropriate for the targeted market? And also the price strategy. Think about the prices that are already on the market and how those people are living, their level of prices. All right, cultural connect. Building bridges between Moldova and France. That sounds so nice, but it's not just business, it's like a dance, it's like a tango. So we, together with Angela and our team at Conseil West Est, are already, learning and already mastering the dance steps. Of course, on every market it's the same. You really need to understand who are you dancing with and feeling the rhythm. You know how it is, a tango. But there's the plot twist. We're not just helping Moldovan businesses westwards, but we are also helping investors or companies that want to find in Eastern Europe partners for their business development. So we're like a little bit like a business kind of Google Translate, one direction and the other, but a more nuanced one and with a better sense of humor. So for our French friends, we are here to help and to make their itinerary into coming on Moldovan market easier to understand, because our cultures are a bit different and the processes are a bit different, so we can really create a smooth entering into this new culture. As we conclude, we should remember that exporting is not just about moving products or services from one geographic space to another. It's about translating our local creative talent into global success stories. And if we do it along with teams that really know well the both markets, then cracking the export business is going to be a piece of cake. So thank you very much.
Mulțumesc. Thank you so much, Olga. Tare mă bucur că am ajuns
I'm so glad that we are at the final part and you are here, and I hope that person that they are on online, they understood what are the opportunities and the perspective of development here in the Republic of Moldova for the creative industry. That person that they are ready to invest, we are openly and we are a point that we are located here in Artcore. And if you wanted to go through the external market, you should understand that we are waiting till this week here for the Artcore, because we have free exhibition that we would like to show you. We invite you to go to the next event, but you should to go there, and also you should participate for the Business Week in the Republic of Moldova. Thank you so much that you were with us here, and for everyone that you are here, we invite you for a wine glass, and for the that they are online, we would like to say thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.